Grab any card you've got and look at the long number on the front. It looks random, like someone mashed a keyboard. It isn't. Every digit on that line means something specific, and if you know how to read them, the number turns into a map. Who made the card, which bank it came from, and which part is actually you. Most cards carry 16 digits. American Express uses 15. Some run as long as 19. The length changes. The logic doesn't. Let's go left to right. The very first digit tells you what kind of company issued the card. It's called the Major Industry Identifier. A 4 means banking and finance, and every Visa on Earth starts with 1. A 5 is also banking and finance. That's MasterCard's traditional range, though it filled up over the years. So MasterCard now issues numbers starting with 2 as well. 3 means travel and entertainment, which is where American Express and Diners Club sit. 6 is merchandising and banking, which is Discover. The rest cover everything from airlines to fuel cards to healthcare. So before anyone's typed a name or a date, that one digit has already told you which industry the card belongs to. Widen out a little. The first 6 digits, or 8, on a lot of newer cards, make up the issuer identification number. You'll also see it called the bank identification number, or BIN. It doesn't just say a bank. It identifies the exact institution that issued the card, and usually the specific product line too. Banks don't choose these themselves. A registration authority assigns them under an international standard, so no two issuers anywhere share the same opening sequence. 6 digits used to be plenty. Then they started running out, so the standard expanded to 8. This is the bit you've probably seen without noticing. Start typing your card number into a checkout page, and the site often shows the right brand logo. Sometimes even your bank's name. Before you've finished. The site isn't reaching into your account. It's reading those first few digits and matching them against a public list of issuers. The number basically introduces itself. After the issuer block comes the part that's actually assigned to you, the account identifier, handed out by your bank from its own pool of numbers. It runs up to about 10 digits on today's cards, and it's the only genuinely personal stretch in the whole thing. Everything before it describes the system. This part describes you inside that system. And there's enormous room in here. A single issuer block has space for billions of account numbers, so a bank can keep handing out new ones for years without repeating. Then there's the final digit, which is the odd one out. It holds no account information at all. Its only job is to catch mistakes. It's called the check digit, and it's worked out using the Luhn algorithm. The algorithm has a name and a person behind it. Hans-Peter Luhn was a researcher and engineer at IBM. He filed the patent in January 1954, and it was granted in 1960. For a small, handheld mechanical gadget that did one thing, verify numbers. And the reason it exists is the part people get backwards. Luhn wasn't trying to stop criminals. This was never meant to be security. It was built to catch ordinary copying errors, the kind anyone makes transcribing a long number by hand. 2 errors in particular. One is getting a single digit wrong. The other is flipping 2 digits that sit next to each other, writing 2-7 as 7-2. Luhn's math catches both. Think about the world he built it for. No chips, no tap to pay, no instant terminals. A shop took your card and pressed it into a manual machine that squeezed the raised numbers, through carbon paper onto a slip. For anything pricey, the clerk phoned the bank and read the number out loud for approval. Every link in that chain was a chance to smudge a digit or write one down wrong. A number that could check itself meant the clerk caught a bad card right there at the counter before any money moved and before anyone wasted a phone call. That's the problem Luhn was solving. So how does one digit at the end catch your typo? Here it is on a short number, say 1750. Start at the right and work left. Leave the last digit. Double the next. Leave the next. Double the one after. The 5 doubles to 10, and since that's over 9, you add its digits, 1 and 0, back down to 1. The leftmost one doubles to 2. Now add up what you've got. The 7 you left alone, the 0 you left alone, the 1 from the doubled 5, the 2 from the doubled 1. 7 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 is 10. 10 divides evenly by 10, so the number's valid. That's the whole test. Run the digits through the doubling and the adding, and if the total comes out to a clean multiple of 10, 20, 30, 40, it passes. Anything else, and something's wrong. The check digit on the end is just chosen to be whatever value makes the total land round. The doubling step is the clever part, and there's a specific reason for it. If you just added every digit together, swapping two of them would give you the same total, and the single most common mistake would walk right through. Doubling every second digit gives neighboring positions different weights. One counts as itself, the next counts double. Swap two side-by-side digits, and their weights swap too. The total shifts, and the error shows up. That's the entire point of the doubling. It's not there to make the math look impressive. It's there to catch the one error a plain sum would miss. And look at what that gets you. Change any single digit, one slip on the keypad, and the total stops, landing on a clean 10. The check fails immediately with no internet, no call to your bank, no contact with anyone. The number just contradicts itself. The math doesn't add up, and a card reader spots that on its own in a fraction of a second. That instant, invalid card number you've all hit faster than any bank could ever answer. That's Luhn's 70-year-old idea doing its job. What about the other mistake? Swapping two neighboring digits? Same deal. The doubling step almost always shifts the total, so the swap gets caught. It's not perfect. There's exactly one pair of digits where a swap slips by, but it catches nearly every transposition a tired hand can produce. Not bad for arithmetic from the 1950s. And it didn't stay on credit cards. The same check sits on the end of the IMEI, the ID number baked into every phone, and inside national ID systems in several countries. One small idea, doing work across billions of numbers. Now, a lot of people hear all this and jump straight to the obvious thought. If I understand the math, I can build a number that passes it, and then I've got a working card. You can't. And this is the part worth getting right. Passing the Luhn check only proves the number is the correct shape. It's like a grammatically correct sentence. The grammar being right doesn't make the sentence true. A number can pass Luhn cleanly and belong to nobody at all. To actually move money, the number has to be an account a bank really opened and still holds. It has to match an expiry date. It has to match the security code printed separately on the card, which isn't part of the long number and can't be derived from it. And then the bank has to look the whole thing up, confirm it's real, confirm there's money behind it, and approve the charge in real time while you stand at the terminal. The opening digits do one more job here. The network reads the issuer block and uses it to route your request to the right bank out of thousands, instantly, so the only place that can approve the charge is the one that issued the card. A correctly shaped number with no real account behind it gets nowhere. The bank looks it up and finds nothing. So the math on the end of your card isn't a vault. It's closer to a spell checker. It catches honest mistakes, a slipped finger, a flipped pair, and that's the whole of it. The real security lives much deeper inside the bank, behind systems this little algorithm never touches. So next time you're holding a card, those aren't 16 random digits. The first one's the industry and the network. The block after it is the bank. The middle is you. And the last digit is a self-check, making sure the number doesn't contradict itself before it ever leaves the keypad. A bit of arithmetic from 1954, still catching fumbled typos by the millions everywhere, all the time, 16 digits. None of them random. There are systems like this tucked inside all kinds of ordinary objects you own, and most of us never look. If you want to keep taking them apart, subscribe and stick around. Every week we pull one more everyday thing open and figure out how it actually works. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.